Hello, Mr. Norman. Glad to have you. Could you please introduce yourself to all the Chinese investors?
Certainly. First of all, thank you, Stephanie, for having me. Hello to all the investors in China. My name is Abraham Norman, and I am the program manager here at Acl Financial.
Mr. Norman, could you please briefly introduce ACL?
Certainly. Acl Financial Incorporated is a diversified capital management company that has various investments throughout the United States. We were founded in 2010, and since that time we've been able to invest in entities such as infrastructure, education, the travel industry, the medical field, and those are just to name a few. We've also been able to build up quite a large charitable fund due to our continued growth both domestically and internationally.
What is the ACL investment conception?
Actually, the ACL investment conception is the value investment, or the project's value. For example, when we started in 2010, some of our most targeted companies were smaller startup businesses. ACL believes in the new blood, or the potential for profitability within these companies, which is actually pretty easy to predict because of our investigations that we do into the companies, because of the research that we do into the companies. We have a team of senior data analysts who look through every proposal, making sure that these companies are going to be profitable. Our main concern is the financial wellness of our investors, and we want to make sure that we're not only being responsible for them, but that we're also making a difference in society as well.
Thank you. This is an inspiring vision. Then why did ACL start the business in Asia?
We realize that Chinese investors get this global concept, only that they may need some help in knowing exactly where to put their money, where to invest in all the right places. And that's the type of assistance that ACL can provide them. Nothing is more important to us than our relationship with our investors. First and foremost, I want to make sure, I'm going to say that quite a bit, I want to make sure that everyone understands that. We've been extremely profitable in all of our projects and very successful. But most importantly, we have been able to gain the trust of the Chinese community here in the United States as well.
Isn't that great? Could you tell us more about this internet financial program?
First of all, let me just say this about the internet, all right? The internet is revolutionary. We all know the internet is revolutionary, but when it comes to business, it has been this extremely powerful force. Any two people can be in contact at any point, at any time, across the globe. Businesses have been built on the internet. Time and space are no longer an obstacle or an issue. We realize that Chinese investors are willing to invest in this global marketplace, in this new era. We want to make it easier for them to invest and allow more Chinese investors to invest in this marketplace and grab hold of those fortunes as part of this era.
May I ask you something more detailed, like how did it start?
Well, that's a great question, and there's a lot of detail in the answer, so bear with me. But before we started, we did a lot of research, a great deal of research, a large amount of research to ensure feasibility. And during this research, we discovered that many internet financial programs had severe defects. No offense to anyone, but they were simply not able to guarantee profits for their clients. So we created the ACL platform, and there are many unique highlights to this platform. First of all, first and foremost, our initial investment amount is more than acceptable and more than affordable. Secondly, our system is characterized by stability and compatibility. And thirdly, we want you to think of this platform as a bridge that connects ACL's existing businesses to the ACL members. It will allow more Chinese investors to join in on all of the thriving opportunities we have here and projects in the United States. ACL integrates entities and internet financial programs in what we call a cycle, which only boosts sustainability. Lastly, there is an old Chinese saying, and if I mess it up, I apologize, but the saying is Ru Shang Sui Su, which means do in Rome as Rome does, or do as the Romans do. And what that means to us is we are able to make our system fit in better with the Chinese investor. So we're adaptable to their needs. And we're always collecting feedback to make sure that everything is working the way it should be.
Thank you for your sharing.
You're welcome.
So what is your number one purpose for your LA trip?
Well, the number one purpose for my LA trip is to meet with other program managers, but also we have a huge event coming up in Las Vegas for Chinese investors. So it's a big event at the Wynn in Las Vegas. And as soon as my LA trip is over, I will be flying to Las Vegas to check in on that. Now that happens later this year. So I want to wish all of the Chinese investors a wonderful time in Las Vegas.
Mr. Norman, thank you for your time. I'm looking forward to seeing you in Vegas.
I would love to be in Las Vegas, but I cannot guarantee I will be there. My schedule is extremely tight. It gets tighter all the time. So I cannot 100% guarantee that I myself will be there, although I will do my very best to be there. But if I'm not there, I will make sure that my colleague is there to thank all of the Chinese investors that are there.
I really appreciate it, Mr. Norman. I also heard that you brought your wife and two daughters. You have
That's right.
something planned in LA?
That's right, that's right. I'm a big family man. That's what I am known for more than anything else. And I take great pride in that. So while we're here in LA, and I take them with me wherever I go, we'll see Disneyland, and we will go to Universal Studios, and we'll tour Hollywood. We'll do all the tourist stuff, and it'll be a nice little 2-day vacation with my family.
That sounds so great. Thank you so much again for your time.
Thank you. It's my pleasure.